pretty good laning phase. They've got a ton. I mean, this is a lineup that just doesn't really look like it's going to run out of fighting power. It's not going to run out of damage. I mean, lineup that can brawl and team fight near constantly. They really don't have long cooldowns that they have to wait on.
No blood for you.
Again, I think every OG gets, we're going to outscale it.
Yes.
Even if it's not true, they feel like that. That's part of the value of the cover Anil was talking about. They just think at some point Amar will get to BKB, Refresher, Link, AC, whatever his choice is, and unstoppableness. The biggest tool Fnatic has to deal with Amar this game is this Palace Bloodseeker with the Rupture. That is a very important spell in these late game scenarios. Not going to be easy to throw out there, especially if Amar ends up with the Lincolns.
But is he going to be able to deal with the lane? Where it's not just a Razor lane, it's a Razor Earthshaker, so the lane, the equilibrium is already being pulled back. So this lane could become very long and very much to the favor of Razor in that regard. He likes it when he's close to his own tower, he can chase you. Earthshaker enables that.
It's even had a pretty good start, already linking up well, pouring in the damage. Bloodseeker Maiden is also a lane that shoves the equilibrium out very fast. You have the Bloodright, you have Crystal Nova, 2 AoE spells that disrupt it very fast. Shu doesn't even necessarily have to play for the pullback. It's going to happen naturally over the course of this lane. And then, like you said, if Amar hits level 3, essentially look for a kill off Fissure. And the upside is Fnatic can chip him down, make sure he doesn't have the HP. Keep cool to just man up into this.
Yeah, it's already kind of looking that way. Amar not looking super healthy, but they do manage to get a hard camp pull. See this Visage is terrorizing. I mean, that level 1 nuke is so dangerous. So I feel like it's so easy to get to the 3 levels of soul max damage out.
This spell is the strongest burst in the game on the laning phase. The 4-second cooldown, you get 2 or 3 of them off. No one's living through that. Jab's trying to put it to use, or they really want this first blood.
It's going to do a lot of damage to Yuragi here. Might just be enough. Nice flight dodge, but it's not enough. DJ will claim it with just a good old bonk to the head.
That was DJ not even skilling anything up for that kill. Level 1 getting the job done. A huge first blood for them because, again, Jabs is committing a huge amount of mana to get this first blood. He needs payoff, sacrificing CS to make it happen.
What about our mid lane matchup? Invoker versus Queen of Pain, but an Invoker that goes for the Exort build early. Hold up, Jabs might be in some trouble here. Really nice brambles into the chains as well. Oh, that Dark Will almost dies, but instead the Shadow Realm will go off and finish off the Visage, and Taiga can keep his distance against DJ. There's no abilities available. DJ tries to get him. Taiga playing games with him, and he gets it. He baits it out with the Fairy Fire. Now will die to the tower. Nobody's getting his experience.
Beautiful Willow gameplay on this top lane. Getting Yuragi back into this lane after the first blood. Making Jabs and DJ have to TP out here. The upside is Jabs will get the mana refill. Model refill mid from DJ. Just landing the brambles. It's not necessarily the easiest spell to just land like
well,
that.
it is easier now. Now that the activation period got buffed up.
Back in my day.
Back in my day, those brambles were a whole lot harder to hit. Look at that, Taiga baiting it out. Had the Fairy Fire the entire time. Didn't even pop it before he got hit. Frostbite into Bloodright. Just that constant harassment that you're keeping the Razor low enough, keeping him around that 50% HP where he doesn't feel good enough to be able to statically really challenge you. It's working well. Bloodseeker's at 17-3, top CPS in the game right now.
He has some help, right? The trade's in the top lane, great for OG. The downside is Palace gets another 100 move speed down here with the boots on top of it. Mar has no chance to just link him up and create a damage differential. So Fnatic kind of winning the bottom lane off the trade's top, even if they're not the best. And here's more harass.
Uses the slide, so there's no chance to dodge that soul.
Fnatic's almost happy to let him sit down here with low HP.
Yeah.
He has no... Okay, Taiga has salve, but it's not super effective. So look at this Bloodseeker's move speed, 430 on brown boots.
Yeah, pretty crazy. Chu not in position to be able to get a good Fissure block, so that's going to be another static link wasted.
Difficult side lane for Amar here. He is just getting him down.
Top lane again, Yuragi. Oh, Flame Guard not blocking
Toss
enough
back.
damage. Now the toss back, Taiga.
Is a Shadow Realm.
He has
so.
a level 2 Shadow Realm. So, thought maybe you would go for the maxed out Vandal.
You don't want to see too many kills as this is a hero who arguably uses early levels better than almost any other offlaner outside of Beastmaster maybe. Starts getting to a fast level 6, Ember falls behind. Might turn into an issue for OG, and DJ does not want to give Yuragi anything on this lane. Double, wait, triple wave with range creeps pushing in with the flag bearer. He can do some harass here.
Get the denies.
He gets some denies. Or nothing.
Sometimes you just don't quite coordinate that deny in the range.
Still, this level differential is perhaps the most influential for this. Visage is high and Ember behind. This safe lane Ember does not function from this far behind. And Amar, he's not having much of a better time.
There goes that blood right. Are they going to chase him down underneath the tower? No. Good Fisher block comes down from Chu. Does bail out, but Jabs at the same time looks like they got aggressive. They'll kill the Visage. DJ could do nothing to stop it. In fact, he may even die as well. The Shadow Realm's going to do a lot of damage here. Toss back onto Yuragi, though, will save DJ's life. Real threat.
Kill to get this Ember. Again, every time I think he's out of the lane, they make some kill, make it happen, and get him back. Ember's levels are incredibly important for OG's mid-game going in. He's going to be the big tempo setter in terms of when does Yuragi want to join the fights and what is itemization. Already with the Orb of Corrosion tells me he wants to fight early.
Everybody is so low. The Blood Right's going to go out. Chu's just going to turn around, do what damage he can. But Palos, he collects the kill and reaps the blood. He goes back up to a healthy position.
Rune DJ securing it. This is level 6 on QOP.
Not quite what you were really wanting to see. Kane, Rune, DD, anything would have
Good fight anymore though.
That is nice. Sunstrike, first one attempted of the game from what we've seen. Not enough to land, but it is just enough to get the kill anyway. Yeah, underneath the tower, they get it. Meanwhile, the dive to the mid lane. They try to go for the kill on bzm. DJ's the one to die instead. A couple more hits. Chu thinking about the deny, but it looks like the Quas will outdo the Shadow Strike damage. bzm will be fine.
Big kill to survive there for this Invoker, getting that Sonic Wave out of the game.
I kind of feel like Fnatic have slipped up a little bit. I'm not sure if I agree with them letting this Visage just hang out and dry. Guy, we were talking about how he was doing so well in lane early on and how a fast level 6 could be massive, but they've just kind of been leaving him by the wayside. Instead, trying to put pressure on mid. Here it will pay out. They'll get a kill on Chu. Armel's going to take some damage here. Flanks to the side. No Sunstrike.
I tend to agree. Ideally, you wanted to keep this Visage in the lane and not have OG be able to turn around. Upside is if you're getting the kills mid and accelerating QOP, you're probably happy with it.
That's true.
Yeah, Fnatic feels bad about that one. Jabs is still having an okay game. I mean, you expect to maybe die once or twice on this bit. This is a trade-oriented hero. You're okay not having this early game as long as you get those levels. Half off 6. Downside is Yuragi gets a lot off it. He is level 6 now. Got his boots up. Highest net worth for OG. Very good game.
Yeah. And Ember's one of those pretty decent heroes for holding a safe lane tower. Try and go for it. The Fisher into the Brambles, into the Sunstrike for the blink away. No, the Cold Snap, it caught him, but the Sunstrike still wasn't enough damage.
He wants the Rune.
He doesn't want the Rune. Chu's going to ensure that the bottom one cannot go to Armel. The top one picked up by... He doesn't have mana to really make a move. Well, he does have 7 magic wand charges and a clarity that just got flown out. Maybe he can make a move.
Another Duor for him.
Very nice.
Fnatic just owning this Vision game in series, it feels like. D-wards add up. Remember, you're getting less XP now. Needs a lot for supports.
Strike! Not quite on the mark to still get the kill. The Rupture's going to go out, but I'm not sure if Palos can really go for it unless DJ helps him out. DJ is going to be here with the Avalanche. They're tossed over the side with the Rupture. That'll bleed him out. Palos collects the last hit. There's going to be the Shadow Realm hit. Palos gets a little bit low, so he's not going to chase down these supports. He does have 20 minutes. Should be fine to play the lane.
Nice rotation from DJ. Cures this Rupture kill with the toss back damage. Going phase boots again. I wonder if this decision is just about the nerfs to the toss range, being able to close the gap faster. Itemization for this tiny Armel.
Realm going off in the Shadow Strike. Real realm.
I'll take that.
This is going to be a constant combo. Toss back into the Rupture. I mean, they have been showing a lot of strength with this Titan.
They love this hero.
Toss back last game with Oil Snap, Rupture.
And give DJ any AoE stun, I'll believe in him. placements have been perfect in these games. Another rupture here, toss back
If they
online.
can get the toss back next to the tower, it'd be pretty nice. Underneath the tower, Amar will die. Palos down to half health, but not shy. Looks for the supports, doesn't find anybody. Once again, OG trying to get aggressive around Amar, but Fnatic seem to be putting a lot of effort to get him down.
Razor's having a rough one. Amar farm his way back from some slow starts. Like I said, though, this is going to be hard into that
Radiant's
Visage
middle
ball.
tower is under
The
attack.
rupture constantly online. I mean, Palos doesn't have to rupture much else in this game.
I'm not sure if I've ever seen Amar have this slow of a start on a Razor, right? Like
usually
we watched like the
dominant.
Timber Saws, something like that, you know, like okay, slow start, but he comes back into it. Razor, I feel like he almost always
I think it was just a product of the fact there were so many trades happening on the map. Bloodseeker was 400 plus MS all the time. He has Crystal Maiden nuking out the lane for him.
Smoke breaks, Fnatic retreat, even though they were the ones in the high ground. It was two supports just running into it. Fnatic, a little bit skittish.
Both carries trying to hold their safe lane here. Talked about Yuragi's done a decent job of just maintaining his control here, not letting Jab push him deep. Still has the catapult wave, and Armel trying to force the Ember out of here to secure that. Meanwhile,
Palos being chased down, and he has nowhere to run to. He's blocked in from the trees. Finally, an aggressive move from OG with Amar that nets the kill, and we'll be able to find another one too. The Crystal Maiden's going to be slight chains. An easy Fisher block from Chu.
Dire's
Nice
top
maneuver
tower is
there.
under attack.
And a huge difference, right? I
Radiant's
mean,
bottom tower is
Bomb
under
rotates
attack.
top, the Ember Spirit's there. There's no way you can kill that guy.
Dire's structures
Ragi's like,
are
okay, I'll see you later.
yeah, makes the most of the
Dire's
situation. A
top
nice
tower
breakdown
is
of the lane
under
phase
attack.
here from OG. Even giving the
Radiant
tone to
structures
Yuragi,
are
saying,
fortified.
your levels are going to carry us through this game. We believe in you. Level 9.5 on this Ember. It's set up to do
Radiant's
amount of work
bottom
this game.
tower
Mithril
is under
Hammer
attack.
online. Maelstrom up next. Jab will get the power
Dire's top
trade.
tower is under attack.
But ideally, Fnatic doesn't want to Bloodseeker in that type of scenario.
Dire's top tower is
Snowballing
fallen.
so well. Still the top net worth
Radiant's
in the
bottom
game.
tower
And
is
a little
Armel.
TP in.
You might have saw
Armel.
that off the plasma field.
Yeah, the plasma field was kind of close, but I don't see OG like scrambling for it, so maybe they don't know, but DJ and Armel are going to go for it. Terrorize being threatened, but look at Armel. He's getting the positioning, hits the Sonic Wave. The Terrorize does land, but Armar, he's taken out for the Shadow Strike. They do
No,
manage
they
to get
got
the
it.
deny. Yuragi, very nicely played. Nice, just run in, ace through, Echo Slam, straight up on a DJ with a block out with Fisher. Armel is forced to blink away. So pretty decent. I mean, sure, Amar died, but it was denied for
Dies to his own team. Fnatic get nothing out of that co-op rotation.
Dire's
Ideally, that's
top
also why they wanted to
tower is
defend
under
that safe lane
attack.
tower, because Armel can get a good fight off the back of that tier 1 with the Sonic Wave coming in with a turnaround. The fact that he got that tower is kind of what forced this awkward attempt by Armel in the first place. Bringing the numbers again. Ember and Shaker really pulling in the mid game for OG here. Yuragi controlling the map beautifully. Maelstrom online. Shu has Arcane Boots and Tumbler Toy.
Now, bzm, we see that hand of Midas on him, so
Radiant
that is
are
something just kind
scanning.
of mind that the current state of game, especially if they can start getting some Sunstrike kills. He hasn't gotten a single one yet.
Yeah, he's just going to shove the waves out, throw in the Sunstrikes. He's the real carry of this OG lineup. And in my opinion, always late game Exor Invoker is terrifying, especially in the hands of this man. He's just going to gear up for that late game. Perhaps play with Ember. He's actually got drums on the man.
With the travel kind of.
Dire's structures are fortified.
See what they decide to do. Maybe they just feel like this Ember's having so much momentum. Why not just go skirmish and take the fight to Fnatic before their Super Balls online?
And when is that Super Bowl going to be on?
Well, I say Super Ball, and it's kind of just jabs. I mean,
Yeah, it's just mostly down to his impact timing.
It's them grouping around this Visage with the Wraith Pack, bringing in the Bloodseeker off the back of the QOP and the main damage. When I say ball, though, it's more about Fnatic getting that 5-on-5 where their damage goes to work, and the Bloodseeker, that's when he's really going to pull ahead on the map.
This'll
Where
come
Maiden
handy.
shines, that's where this tiny displacement shines. OG can play the map. They can split them apart, abuse this Invoker bots Midas with Sunstrike threat. It lets Amar catch up in jungle.
Yeah, I mean, they've got some heroes with special mobility. They've got skirmish power. These 2-on-1 fights are really good.
It's the exact type of code you can do. Is your Bramble Sight Sunstrike?
What can you do? What can you do?
That's the poke power, and Armel doesn't want to let him just get away for free.
Big 2 has DJ coming in from the side, hit a nice avalanche, and Taiga is going to be targeted, tossed up, should be finished on with a blood right. Not quite enough damage though. Oh, the Sonic Wave will certainly finish him off, and also Rupture on the outside, who's now going to be ruptured up. Does have a spear to go back to. The threat of the meteor is going to force Palos back. The Visage is still jumping forward though.
Another avalanche.
Birds. You're on the inside the blood right, trying to walk away, gets down, something's dead. A huge Echo Slam from Chu, but it's not quite enough to finish up. Maybe the Tornado. It's going to be low on damage. Armel survives through it. Look at Palos running forward, but into the hands of Amar, who wants to be able to grab him, but he can't quite do the damage. Denied. Youngwell and DJ combo up with the help of Jabs, and they roll over OG. Triple kill already for Jabs. bzm, in fact, running for his life, teleporting back to Fountain.
Absolutely destructive team fight from Fnatic there, abusing this raid pack to the max. DJ getting at least 2 to 3 combos off there.
They will get the pick off on the Crystal Maiden once again.
Sometimes you gotta throw a little back, you know, so you don't get too cocky. I thought that rupture on Yuragi was gonna be rough to commit into, where he just remnants back and then says, "What's up? What are you gonna do?" But OG choosing to re-engage with Amar TPing in, and it's gonna cost them dearly here. A huge fight for Fnatic. Again, the 5-on-5, when they group up like this, they need to get something out of it, turn their Bloodseeker online. That's exactly what they wanted. Also, huge power this Visage, right? The fact that you could just go and fight Yuragi underneath his tower, like he goes back like that. And look at Jabs. I mean, we know Jabs. This man's a tower diver extraordinaire. He will never shirk from a fight underneath the enemy's tower. Power of the birds, too, getting multiple stuns off in that fight. You can just run him in. There's not a lot of Gravekeeper great from this OG lineup unless Yuragi's playing ham. And look at Palos, just turns on a dime as soon as he sees Amar and barely gets out. I mean, that kind of fast reaction. He's a little bit slower. He easily just goes down there. But instead, both him and Armel barely stay alive as a result. Fnatic really lose nobody in that fight. Just a 5 Crystal Maiden. Who cares? Hero supports too. High ECM are 2 heroes that are really going to use these early levels maximum potential in these engagements, especially Crystal Maiden. This is a hero where if you die in the fights, you can fall behind. Johnwell getting in there, getting some extra XP, push him up to level 8. DJ, he's at 1,800 gold with phase boost up. He is pretty far. They know he's here right now. They had the successful scan on him. They just don't know if he's out. Trying to catch bottom on Armel. Gets chained. Uh-oh. Chained up into the Terrorize that's coming in. Hits him before the blink away. Very nicely done. DJ, meanwhile, was setting up for a kill on the top. They're going to turn around with the bzm Invoker here. Do a lot of damage with that meteor, and it's going to be enough to get the kill. At the same time, he got the toss-up with the Rupture, so maybe Palos can collect the kill in the Chew. If he does, can he heal up? He can. Not enough damage. Now, 1 by 1, Fnatic stumbling into this one. Jab's going to show up, but it's him against 4. This is the Familiar's going to be able to bail him out. No way a fifth member from OG shows up. Fnatic. They saw the fight bottom, and I guess they thought they can make a move to top lane, but the bzm Exort Invoker denies them everything. That was effectively a team wipe. Telling you, this Exort Invoker is the real carry of this game. You have to respect the damage this hero can output. Meteor absolutely decimating a hero right off the bat. The right click coming in with this alacrity. Wouldn't be surprised to just see him put it on himself this entire game. The amount of right click this hero can do, absolutely absurd. And yeah, Armel dying bottom. He's their biggest damage for all these early fights. Just chain feeding 1 by 1 into what was a very awkward engagement. Fisher, Meteor, so much damage, and the toss over the side was nice, but I think Chu had like a full magic wand. Yeah, he pops it there, doesn't even come close to dying to the blood right. Imagine there's a raid pack down here and there's bird stuns or something. Maybe Palos can man up. Sure. I mean, maybe he felt like with BKB too, and I'm pretty sure bzm got a Dragon Scale stolen out of that as well on the side. Oh, really? So maybe some extra neutral item damage. That goes to worse for Fnatic. All right, Blink online for D to make team fighting a lot easier. Closing in on this Bloodseeker beat. Probably the most important item for Fnatic right now to actually let him commit to the fight when the damage is being done. Let's just hide, man. Not feel safe on this map, and for good reason. OG were smoked on his triangle.
Radiant's
got a nice
top tower
aggressive
is under
ward
attack.
down. I think he placed the ward. Yeah, he didn't put it on directly on the high ground, so this is that, you know, if they just throw a sentry up there to check it out. Got some good vision. Feels like for the first time in a decent amount of time. Yeah, and I like this bots on Yuragi too. This is gonna combine well with the Invoker bots, just playing the map, splitting Fnatic up. We saw in that scenario, it
one Fnatic member dies on the map, suddenly that team fight is just broken. Double bots makes it very hard to push out the lanes. Now Fnatic, they're in a situation where they feel like they need to jump this Ember off the map.
To be able to get this Link dagger.
Illusion, they might catch him here.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Illusion is going to be able to scout things. He spots DJ. DJ blinks back.
Radiant's top
Really
tower
nice
is falling.
sense there from Rocky. Meanwhile, chaps, he also has sense here that something's not quite right. Show himself in the video.
Rallying Fnatic a little. He's forcing our Mel to show here, which means Fnatic's not getting this 5-on-5 they ideally wanted this time. This is where the Visage is long. Now he's going to have to kind of farm his way to AC his next power spike. That's a lot of time, these double bots. Invoker, Midas, Lamar Rays are going to go to work.
Scanning.
You're going to get out farmed here.
Why they have to finish up that DKB so they can take back. They can't be afraid of OG.
This is not a Roshi when it comes up.
Yeah, but they may not have a choice in the matter. I mean, it's a little slow from OG considering everybody's hitting it, but Fnatic are not in a position to contest.
Gone. Oh, too late from Fnatic here.
Yeah, they were just sitting around there tier 2 for too long, trying to go for the smoke. It's going to be too late. Jam throws some familiars out there. They're not going to be there in time, though.
I'm trying to pick the fight.
Yeah, he still wants to go for it. Ember Spirit down to half health. Now, Mark does have the TKB. He's going to go for the challenge. Immediately going to be ruptured. And Sonic Wave takes a lot of damage. Goes to the TP out. He's going to be fine. Meanwhile, that back line, a lot of damage there. Uragi jumping away, TPing out as well, but he dies. And it looks like Palos is here to be able to clean up. They all got so low that Palos was sped up, able to just run down that extra hero. So, I mean, Fnatic, you can see it. They can take these fights even into an Aegis.
That's ideal scenario. Rupture on Razor is debilitating for OG's lineup. There's no counterplay to this. Just has to stand
Radiant's
there and take
top
it.
tower is
Sonic
under
Wave
attack.
pushing him back, dealing more damage. Good way to salvage the situation from Fnatic. They can also attempt to deward some of these obs around their triangle. Gain some of the map control while Ember's dead for 40.
Dire's bottom
Where's his
tower
ward?
is under attack.
Monitored earlier. Where is Chu at when it comes to his item progression?
Got Shard. He still has that Tumbler toy, you know, the mini.
I'm just wondering because I feel like he's the big setup for the Exorts and Invoker's damage. Fisher not going to come out in time, and honestly, with a Kaya Sanj and another Ogre Club on top of that, that is not an easy kill. He's 2200 HP on top of Magic 1. Yeah, they would have to do it.
This'll come in handy.
LB tanking this game. Gonna pay dividends later on. Like, if you imagine this QOP getting to a point where she has Satanic plus all this tankiness, the Shard online, just blinking around, silencing people. OG's burst is good. I can see a situation where he gets bailed out by some sort of interrupt, some cost, suddenly reset the fight. Suddenly our Mel's just carrying these late game situations. Kite these OG heroes around. I think OG want to strike right now. They have the age.
They're going to catch Balance here, not let him get off his BKB. Nice chain stun with that Shard, pick up the Earthshaker. Contact him on a bzm. That's pretty decent, but we have the damage to finish him off. Armel's going to have to blink backwards here. The curse round. Oh, what was that? He didn't throw the damage on the bzm. He doesn't want to throw through that Aegis. He's focusing on the Ember Spirit instead, and almost got it. DJ comes in the end, blinks ahead of a Mars plasma field, and gets the kill. Now he's on the run, though. Tornado's going to catch him, and they will run him down. DJ says, that's fine. I did my job. I got the kill I was looking for.
He'll even trade with Tyga there. Fnatic, King Sheen, big freeze out of what looked to be a disaster, but Bloodseeker just getting burst right off the bat.
And these TJ initiations are fantastic.
To the head, yeah, quite literally.
I mean, he gets the opening on the Invoker, and he catches the Ember Spirit on the jump back. Saw it from his Nyx Assassin yesterday. This man knows where to be in the right position.
Worst case scenario for Fnatic. Killed it right off the bat. That's the power of bzm here. He's looking to do it again.
Might have to. Your Shaker with the Shard. The done. Really good way for Pete here. Get off the beat. Once the Bloodseeker's low, like if not, go in and commit kills.
I Tiny is just super annoying because he's so tanky. OG don't want to really commit spells on this guy, man. At the same time, he's destroying the fight.
Shout out to Jabs there, focusing all of his attention onto the Ember Spirit rather than finishing off the Aegis of the Invoker.
He did not care about resetting bzm's HP.
Yeah.
This Ember, so much control in the fight for OG as well. Damage adding up over the long run.
Give it.
Radiant
Really
are
coming down to a game. OG get jumping to first a good target, then they can take the fight at all. Yeah, that doesn't happen. You're basically relying on the net worth on these OG cores to just power through the damage. Good luck, you know, Rupture, Sonic Wave. It's a lot to power through.
Kamar's just focusing on being as tanky as he can. Now has a Heaven's Halberd. Pretty interesting. Terrorize going to come in. Pal's forced to use the BKB. Despite the fact that he had tons of allies around, put himself in a position where he could have been bursted.
Dire are scanning.
Maybe on cooldown and an opportunity.
Radiant's bottom tower
This
is
is the
under
global threat
attack.
OG wants to play with. You want to use support spirits when the Invoker goes pushing bottom. Show heroes on different parts of the map with Fnatic. Set up with the Sunstrike.
Yeah, look at this. Tigers
Don't
going for it
BKB.
with the Sunstrike and they got killed.
What a monster.
Taiga with that killer instinct did not let that one go. He said his BKB's on
Radiant's
cooldown.
bottom
I
tower
got
is
him.
under attack. Radiant
That setup
structures
absolutely
are
beautifully. And
fortified.
he's still up here. He knows this is the type of map situation OG thrives in.
Gonna catch him?
Trying to force another BKB.
Yeah.
Radiant's
Armel, though,
bottom
he
tower
won't have
is
to use
under
that
attack.
BK. Again, we talked about how tanky he is. Not the same as them Blitz.
You can pull them apart. The Sunstrike help you do the work.
It feels like Jabs is struggling to be in the right place on map because of the way what you're.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
He's getting dragged around for sure. The upside is he has been farming a lot.
Yeah.
My God, he is rich.
Hero on his team. Map still belongs. I'm not sure if that's ever going to change. Parts of that hand of Midas. Another big part is these Forge Spirits and all flip pushing getting.
Pretty curious to see if he takes this new Chaos Beam. Found been talked about. Seeing chunks, man. I have to see moving chunks in the late game. You're also talking about more ways to break stacks on the Visage. Try and cut through, because right now, who is killing these birds? I'm not seeing it. It's gonna be a deep committal from OG. Not necessarily the scenario they want to end up with. Again, they want to play this pokey type fight, throw out the fissures, throw out the slights, wear the Crystal Maiden or the Tiny down on a jump, and then get a numbers advantage for the middle.
Radiant's
Stuck in a
bottom
man fight. I don't know if
tower is
they're winning
under
it through the
attack.
rupture, and how much damage
Radiant's
mitigation
bottom
is.
tower has fallen.
Their Aura team fight is kind of out of control now. They've got an AC and a Wraith Pact on that.
Toss back again.
Okay, simple pick off here.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Sure the kill that.
You're just stuck in wrath mode.
Yeah.
Net worth isn't
Dire
changing until you
structures
feel like
are fortified.
Fnatic are getting more out of the map.
Dire's top tower
You think
is
so?
under attack.
I feel like they are. The amount of net worth this Visage is bringing in, the scalability of Queen of Pain in these games just seems absurd.
Oh, DJ! He caught him! And he has no mana to work with. Okay, he did have some launch charges, so he's got a little bit. He can jump to the Remnant and then still have a little bit more to work with. But Palos gets caught again. Oh, no.
Again, they're going to get the D-ward. Get Pride, find your target. Owl's getting caught off guard. This is how OG can build a lead on the map. They want to be finding these pickoffs, setting Fnatic scores back. At a certain point, some of their team fight will kick in, right?
Radiant
That's
are
Willow
scanning.
Shaker. We're saying this 5-on-5 wasn't favorable for OG in the early game. I think at a certain point, it becomes easier for them. Off the back of how much poke damage they can do, forces Fnatic to commit. You go over clump once, you're going to get echoed, you're going to get terrorized, and suddenly you're in a routed situation.
Pretty big team. Could come in.
Dire are
Oh
scanning.
man, I don't want to get an echo slam.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I like how everybody plays around their... Nowadays, whenever you throw an observe board there, you immediately run. Because you know people will...
No, it's... Bottom tower takes half. that.
This
Force
rat
Spirits.
is really going to work.
Rocky bottom, just working way super aggressively here from Fnatic, smoking mid. Trying to catch something. DJ probably will.
Oh, blinks over the side, does manage to get the avalanche, so Chu won't be able to get off any spells.
Just seal totemed over.
Now, Jess is alone here in the top lane, and the two of these zeros do it. Ziragi's taking a ton of damage. All that physical damage, he's fighting into an AC, so the Visage familiars and the Visage himself, even the
Indestructible.
Yeah.
I think Yuragi thought, all right, I'll poke him a little bit, show him what's up. And
This'll come in handy.
I mean, he's got to
Zero
respect that
damage.
talent, right? The AC minus armor, and then plus the fact you get the armor corruption, you lose your armor so quickly.
Start to wear him down. He's got the Gravekeeper Shard. He's got Cloak of Flames to buff up the resistance more. I don't know how they're killing this guy, to be honest. It's got to be just some crazy good link. Burn the charges down and then chunk him with an Echo or a Sunstrike. If Japs just front lines, it creates an obnoxious position for OG again. You can't poke this hero right now. You have to commit into him. OG doesn't want to commit. All of a sudden, DJ tossing you back.
What if he does one better than frontlining? He's about to complete that Aghanim step. What if he starts the fight getting on top of a hero?
Take the
that
front line to
Earthshaker?
them.
Yeah, exactly.
He is a deadly force right now.
I mean, plus you saw that damage that was coming out on the Ember Spirit earlier. Now it's amplified even more.
Hex on bzm. This could be the key to let them burst a target.
Is DJ going to be able to respond fast enough? The smoke's going to break on the low ground. He blinks away. Taiga couldn't catch him.
Armel on the hill.
Now they're going to blink
all.
back in. Look at Armel. He's going to poke at them. He's got his BKB. He's got to be careful. Though. He's going to be chased on. No opportunity to force that Mordak. The Visage takes a ton of damage as well. He pops the shard, but Amar is draining away all that damage. He's actually going to retreat. They're afraid of Jazz. They go for the toss over to the side onto Palos. A nice two-man chain coming up from Yuragi.
He's stunned.
Out, and he's done. He ogre sealed totem forward, but it doesn't stop the TP.
Amazing bailder from OG. They saw the Queen of Pain buyback and wanted absolutely nothing to do with that. Now Fnatic really wants this Aegis to make sure that this buyback wasn't in vain.
But I mean, OG, they can easily get here in position to defend. They're going to get the information off the Sunstrike.
Yeah, no rupture.
They're
No
going
CM
everything
hold
they
now.
can. They want to do this as quickly as possible. OG are closing in fast, but are they going to be
No
there in time?
PKs.
DJ, he stops them off the side. He's giving up his own line. Sure they can get the drone shot. The meteor's going to go out. Rolls over DJ. They come away. Does a lot of damage to Amar. Palos finally finishes the rope shot, but he's already killed low. He's going after the kill on Chu with the BKB. He will be able to collect on that one. Now turns on to bzm. bzm bob with the BKB. Goes on to Janwell. BKB does outlast the Bloodseeker. First line now. Turns around the way. Immediately onto Armel. Armar, he's trying to stay on top of Armel, but he can't quite see him into the tree. He managed to jump away. Jab drops the Visage familiars onto Amar Yuragi, but Palos is getting low, and he can't finish off Amar. bzm's low as well. They're also low. Nobody can commit on the side of Fnatic. Armel, he gets caught up in the tornado, but Taiga has nothing to be able to stop him from blinking away. bzm, Amar, both of them down way below 200 HP, but they still survive.
Look at this Invoker damage, man. He has Quiver, he has Hex, just standing his ground the entire fight. There's a reason this guy plays for the late game. He took the meteor damage, absolutely burning them alive in this engagement.
Is a great conductor.
Untouched, lives through it all.
I mean, that was a super awkward situation for Fnatic. They had so heavily committed to doing this Roshan, but you could see with Palos not hitting it right
Palos
now.
wanted Aegis. He didn't want the fight. They get split up a little bit.
Yeah, it takes him
Cost
so
him.
long. By the time he gets it, sure, he gets Roshan, he gets the Aegis, but he's already pretty low, and he's burned through most of his BKB.
I mean, the most important thing here is there's no rupture either. Imagine there's a rupture on this Razor or a rupture on this
Right.
Invoker. Suddenly the tossback is more damage. Fnatic can commit in the fight with extra damage.
That reaction. Idiot side the Bison to Armel.
Easy, yeah, it's just a beast on this hero. Spellcast, dodging in and out. Ability to know his limits and stand his ground.
Here it comes.
Jabs hunting.
Island as the grave. Jabs makes his way across the map. Almost ran into bzm. BKB immediately going out at the first sign of
Fnatic has the
progression.
flank though.
DJ coming in from the side. They're going to try and deal with that big team fighter in Chu. And it looks like he could go down first, but DJ's going to trade out his life for that one. Immediate buyback from DJ. They want to be able to collect on this one. Yuragi chased away. Armel, they can't actually blink and stop OG from
Radiant's middle
retreating.
tower
That
has fallen.
buyback effectively worthless.
Another costly buyback from Fnatic here. Their economy getting worn down by this lineup that is just poking them, forcing them to commit. Sure, you're trading off supports, but not favorably.
Radiant are
And these
scanning.
OG cores, they are getting to the late game where suddenly
Radiant's top
high core
tower
is
is under
going to
attack.
be very formidable in these 5-on-5 engagements.
DJ actually jumping in onto that Ember Spirit.
He's got a Deso.
Jabs. They're gonna poke at him here. Careful of the first round. Spears will ward off OG. Really, they gotta be careful of that. Yeah, they just gotta go on anybody else, I feel like.
Deso pickup is pretty interesting. It's not some like ultra late game item pickup you normally pick up for Ember. It's a earlier type some momentum item.
Right.
He's just gonna apply massive armor debuff for his other 2 cores to go to work. That's why Yuragi's such an interesting carry player. He understands sometimes when to play for his other heroes, let them carry the game, make them shine. I mean, Amar's got Satanic, BCM's got Octarine. He has all the right click he needs. Apply the debuff, be annoying, try and bait some spells. The poke is real now.
It certainly is, and it is making it very hard for Fnatic to push outside of their base, because you never know when you're going to get Visage done. They got Chains done, just like they're trying to go onto Visage now. They have the terrorize, but he's in his flying form, so he's going to be flying over the trees. Amar's going to chase after him underneath this tier 2, but he goes to the storm. A bash and a sonic wave, and cleans up the Invoker. Turning back onto Amar. He stole a lot of damage, but now without the BKB, can he actually play out this fight? Just one-shot DJ real quickly, but can he actually get away from Jazz? Now back up to full health. Here comes Amar. He's going to turn back around onto Jazz, but Jazz keeping his distance, letting the familiars do its work, and they're going to pick and poke at OG, not letting them fully run away, but also not fully committing to the team fight.
Always that Echo Slam waiting in the back you have to be careful of. Very nice go there from Fnatic. They can get their Bloodseeker on top of Invoker. Probably the most important hero in these fights, and of course the Basher sealing his fate there on the TP out. Jab's very important. Jab's beating him in that tree line. Again, he is the tankiest hero. Ideal scenario for Fnatic is OG overcommits on this Visage. He has buyback as well. One of the few heroes who can come in and still do a decent job because he has no cooldowns.
And again, that stone form. You said, like, if you ever do go on Jabs and you can't kill him, he's going to go ahead, drop it in that stone form, and then you're just stalled out completely. It really feels like they can't go for this Visage.
Catch him out of guard, you burn the stacks quick, sure. In a prolonged chase like that, it's gonna feel bad eventually. Remember, this Razor is Satanic Razor. It's not the old style of Refresher double BKB.
Sure, yeah.
He doesn't want to take some super long extended fight. I mean, sure, he lasts a long time. Not if he gets caught by Dagger, he gets slowed down, he will get kited out.
His timing is on that first static link. It's not on the double Eye of the Storm wearing you down bit by bit.
Biggest timing for Fnatic in this late game is perhaps the Bloodseeker levels. We get up to multiple ruptures. He is building Refresher.
Yeah, that was the thing for me. When you were talking about the late game of OG, I was thinking, okay, but what if Palos gets the level?
Yeah, that's a big what if. He's a long way away, especially in the new XP patch. That said, if he does get there with the Refresher,
Yeah,
it's
with
gonna
the
be
Refresher.
absolute destruction here, because OG cannot deal with the ruptures. They really can't. You just tank up for the team and hope for the best of that. Yeah, there's no Lotuses, there's no Lincolns.
And that is kind of why he built that way, right? Why he went for double tank items into a Satanic. Is like he knows he's gonna get ruptured, and he just wants to be
Stand there and fight.
Exactly. Stand
all
there
you
and
can
fight,
do.
be his best distraction he can. Jabs hunting around with
Got
that
scanned.
invisibility.
Aggressive positioning from OG here, trying to hold the high ground, hold their high ground ward, bait Fnatic in. Not falling for it. Jabs again, flying over the cliffs. He has the gem. It's pretty hard to catch him off guard, and even if you do, he's not the target you want to go on here.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
So Fnatic, they know that OG's up there, and they say, okay, we're just gonna mirror you. You want to take that tier 2? We're gonna take your tier 1 and tier 2 on the other side of the map. Rangi's gonna look to defend, especially with the double damage he's done.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Next Roche here. It's a long way away, but that's what they're trying to control the map
Dire's
to do.
middle tower is
Buybacks
under
are going to be
attack.
ultra important for this fight. Save your gold and make it count. Buy out and risk the glory. Not an easy decision in these types of games.
Radiant are scanning.
Havoc hand. That trying wards.
This is not a ward OG. It's a very awkward place for Fire to play on this side lane on the side of the map. It's just more of a pickoff ward. They want to see someone up here alone, be able to jump and burst it. Well, links forward even.
And Shivas are going to try and kill the familiars here. Resummon only. Still,
Rocky pushing in bottom, trying to reset this map a little, force Fnatic back, so his rest of his team regain the vision control, hold the Roshan, hold the runes.
I'm a little bit surprised they haven't tried to exploit that more, considering all the damage they got early on with the Force
Now
Spirits.
my enemies
I feel like I would
pay.
want to keep hitting that pressure.
CM's just been farming. He's almost level 25 here. He's got Hex, he's got Green, his Shard, Hell Prism. And he is the carry. I agree, maybe he could have pressured bottom a bit more with Forges at this time. Once he was the deepest,
DJ finds the opening, he tosses over onto the high ground. Amar is stuck up there. DJ gives up his life to get Amar into a position that he's just going to have to TP away from. But the problem is, Fnatic, are they strong enough to actually move forward? BZM's also going to TP out here, and Yuragi should have a spirit to jump away to. Yeah, if Fnatic actually is momentary reset for them.
Roshan has spawned here. No buyback on Tiny. And OG do not want to give up this hill. Gonna get the D ward. Fire Fnatic to smoke out again if they have it. They have one on this person.
That's spotted by the Sun.
Not a Roshan either, so to give up.
Very awkward for Fnatic with DJ dead for another 12 seconds.
This is Ags Roche. Ags on Ember here, or Razor is absolutely deadly.
Fnatic is just going to have to give this one up. I mean, DJ is so important to them for the initiation and for utilizing the rupture.
Can't fight without him.
Yeah, you really can't.
It's going to be a concession, which means I don't think you're fighting into the stages.
He's
It's
burned
going to take the
eternal.
Ags here. It will be Yuragi. Suddenly,
it all.
Carry Ember, who was playing for his cores, is now playing for himself. He's got Scotty, he's got Ags. Not the same beast he was a couple seconds ago.
This
is a cool smoke.
He's pushing Fnatic on Roshan.
They see him in mid.
Something. Mar is hard to go on. He's got cheese. He's effectively got 3 lives. Standing over the Earthshaker. Blink forward. Armel spins him off. Echo Slam immediately used by Chu, but Armel was safe with it. It's an early BKB. The side goes out. Into the terrorize. With the Ember Spirit coming in hot. They're going to be able to take down Valve immediately. Jab's going to be able to fighting through this one. Ember Spirit sticks on to the Queen of Pain. Meanwhile, the ultimate going out from Crystal Maiden. He should be able to kill Taiga here. Freezes them out. Back over to fight the river with a toss up in the air onto the Ember Spirit. DJ does what he can, but ultimately there's no damage behind him. Maybe there is. He's Sonic Wave. Oh, he has to use the BKB to be able to stay alive. Armel blinking backwards, staying alive ever so barely. Meanwhile, here comes Carlo. He's already been shoved BZM and Yuragi. Trying to flank, trying to dodge, trying to stop over the Revan. Somebody finish off this man. Paolo jumps back and forth and he dies. Yuragi goes in base and no, he just finally gets burnt out. They finally get him a dieback on the Bloodseeker. They caught Jabs as well. He's not going to be able to make it out. Chain's done for days at this point. OG, an opportunity to close out the game and push it to a game 3. The carry of Fnatic is dead. And they can force a buyback out of the other carry in the Visage.
Triple buyback from OG to convert on that Aegis fight. Fnatic is pushing it to the limit here with the Bloodseeker buyback, which is going to cost them dearly. What a crazy fight to take in the river versus Aegis and Cheese. They did get that Shaker jump. So valuable. Now you're in a high ground defense situation. No Bloodseeker for 65. No Sonic Wave for 50. You're going to need one hell of a toss back here.
I mean, it may just push Fnatic into an unwinnable position, but at the same time, it was a team fight that they got a lot of buybacks out of OG. It's like it simultaneously makes the game harder, but also gives them a glimmer of hope. If they can somehow make a dream team fight work, those buyback leads been by OG, but DJ gets hot, and that is so important. Now Armel blinking forward, but caught immediately. The side double sunstrike in. He's gone. He's got a buyback, diving into the fountain for this Crystal Maiden. Not going to be able to catch him. Plasma field, it does. It's enough.
BZM, the Maestro, putting on a clinic with this Invoker in the late game. He's got cooldown.
Look at Armel. He's waiting it out. He's waiting for the dive. He's waiting for somebody to get close to the fountain. It was Amar, but OG, they didn't go deep enough. Carmel
Radiant's
couldn't
middle
get the
tower
kill
is
off of the
falling.
buyback.
Jabs are tanky, but I don't know if you have the damage to defend your throne here.
Yeah, Palace is about to revive, but OG are going to retreat. They're going to
Radiant's
respect it.
has fallen.
Do they? I don't know if this OG
Dire
team
structures
respects
are
anybody in
Yeah,
Dota.
they're gonna go
They
back
want
in.
the
No more man
jugular.
smoke, no
Radiant's
Regoose, and they're gonna go for the
middle
Visage Familiar first. Chaining
no
him up,
flip
they're
here.
going for the throne. They have to actually come in. Where's Palace? Feel the defensive one. He this protects Carmel. Palace in the back line, getting demolished. Turn around, Sonic Wave, but for what?
For a game
No
3.
damage whatsoever. It's a game 3.
Radiant's ancient is
God,
under
these OG
attack.
cores, this whole team is so skilled, so hard to beat these late game games when they